my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now.
Good morning. And I can't chat again. Mother effer. Man, I don't know what's going on with this OBS. I gotta change this platform. Okay. Let's see.
My hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell.
Morning, guys. I'm just. 7-day trial. There we go. Run it now. And then, okay. There we go. I just gotta get the live version up so I can reply back. Go live, and then I am live. And then, there we go. Live chat. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Oh, you know what? TrendSpider gave me a free year to give away.
My hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less.
And now we'll just pin that tweet, pin message. And I don't know why it doesn't come up. There it is. Okay. Finally comes up. Is lower than the recommended bid rate. We recommend that you use a bit rate. What? I mean, this is just... God, that's annoying. For some reason. God, it's annoying. By the way, have you invested in the new... the new hot stock? Oscar? Which is crazy. I mean, I've been bringing this one up forever. And now, all of a sudden, it's like the stock. There you go. And I've got myself up. I need my drink, my water. I got a good show today. By the way, this one's up another 14% after being up like 30%. I mean, the algorithm got you in at 15, and I know I brought this one up because this one just has the way of popping. And I'm going to bring it up. It's kind of like Palantir for me. I mean, it's just, it makes no sense whatsoever. But it's the new hot stock, so we'll kind of go over that one. Yeah. Riga, Latvia. Just a Seinfeld reference. If you remember, the one where George tells the woman, and it opens up, get the lobster. I beg you to get the lobster. And then she starts crying. His date starts crying. And she's like, we can't see each other anymore. And he's like, why? He goes, my parents don't want you because you're not my religion. She's Latvian Orthodox. And so George converts to Latvian Orthodox for the hats. Seinfeld reference, Rosa. And I've heard it's gorgeous over in Latvia, but I've never been. I have never been. Should I do, you know what? I'm not going to do scans. I'm not going to do any scans because I think I'm going to be here for a long time just talking about this stuff. Like I said, we'll go over Oscar. We'll go over what I think is the duh. I mean, it's just duh. Let's log in here. And so that I get that. I think that's going to go away. Yes. Now that goes away. It's a shame. That goes away. Oh, I got to turn on my do not disturb. I think I'm getting messages. Let's see. Yes. Yes, I am getting messages. So just turn on the do not disturb. Not all weeks are created equals. By the way, hit the thumbs up button if I haven't said it. I don't know. I just got an ad, so man, these ads, it's weird. I don't know how in the world. There's an ad. It pops up an ad and then it stops playing for me. Oh, and now it won't. Now I have to restart YouTube on the iPad. And this is what happens like during the show, and I totally get distracted. And now it's not even showing for me. There we go. Now it's up and working. God. These are 3 Chinese stocks that, I mean, I read the article and it totally makes sense now. Every article that Steve writes, I'm like, oh shit, I should get into that. I don't. Palantir versus CoreWeave. FICO, a stock that is down, just announced a $1 billion buyback. I mean, we'll take a look at the chart on that one. That's just crazy. And we have a bidding war for a company called GMS, which is up 28% today after being up 10% on Wednesday. Travis. So literally, if you subscribe to the newsletter, the way the contest, I'll explain it. The way the contest is going to work is I'm just taking everybody that subscribes to the newsletter. And if you subscribe to TrendSpider, they'll just give you a year for free. So it's like a no-brainer. Sign up for the newsletter. And again, if you have TrendSpider, don't wait for the contest. Sign up for it. I mean, I will go over it all. But it's just that it's a no-brainer contest. No-brainer. No-brainer. Called stocks. I mean, we're kind of going to go over that. Circle. I've gotten a lot of questions about whether you want to hold on to Circle, whether you want to buy Circle. It was clear it was up because of this. It's up 4% again pre-market today. The robots are coming. What are the stocks to invest in robots? We'll talk about that one. I love to do PEG ratio. And the more I look at the PEG ratio, the more I like it. I built a scanner for it and I've shared it. And these are the 5 stocks. I own 4 of the five stocks personally. This is combined RSI ensemble. I was on with Mike from TrendSpider on Wednesday live for the Fed meeting on YouTube and built a scanner for power gaps. Built a scanner to find laggards in the market. Yeah. And the IPO market is heating up. And I heard about this ETF from Mike Santoli, FPX. It's an interesting one. And what's interesting is you can take a look at it. It's it just seemed like a good ETF. The Fed kept the rates the same. A cheat code for you to just buy VOO when it gets down to the 200 weekly average. And it was there in 2025. So again, it's just a cheat code. Just in case you missed the event for the top stocks, three of them were up 12%, 9%, 7%, and 5%. I mean, that's 4 out of the 10 on Wednesday were up. So if you missed the event on Tuesday, shame on you. Because you can actually get the damn thing here. So we'll show that. Here's an indicator. You can put on your screen. I guess I have that down there. I already have that, so we're going to take that out. Oh, you know what? We're going to take this out. We're going to take that out. And we're going to take that out. And we're going to use the power gap for the IPO stuff. And then indicator, that's the indicator. And then we're going to do this. Do the laggards. Okay. And I haven't done a graphic for win a free year yet. I look at the forward peg, Jacob. I mean, if you really want to know the ones that I look at, I mean, I wrote a whole newsletter about it. What if I lost everything today and had to start over? Mastering technical and fundamentals. This is the part 1, fundamentals. So I wrote that one. But I mean, it's not. Remember, the market doesn't have a playbook. So it's peg ratios of fundamentals, and what you're talking about, MACD, RSI, Bollinger Bands, those are technical. So it's two different kind of languages that you're talking. Kind of like apples and oranges a little to me, just because, you know, I view technicals as one and I view fundamentals as another. I buy stocks for both sometimes. I buy stocks for one or the other sometimes. So there's no rule book in my playbook. But PEG ratio is just price to earnings and growth. So PE and the growth. And you know, the way it works is it actually calculates, hey, the stock should go up with its growth, but the PE should be actually, you know, I mean, if we just take a look at Palantir, for instance, yeah, those are both. Okay. Oh, I do need FinViz. I wanted FinViz. That's what I wanted over there. I usually put FinViz over here. So if you go and look at the fundamentals of Palantir, their PEG ratio going forward is 7.75. That's high. So, you know, the PE going forward is 240. So you're paying 240 times forward earnings. And their growth, which is impressive, they're growing at 33% revenue year over year. So again, you have to kind of just think of it as I think of it as almost a standalone fundamental. And when you're under one, like I said, where did I put it in somewhere here? It's one of my tweets. It's in one of the tweet ones. I don't know where it is. We'll get to it. It'll get there. Oh, it's the Substack one. That's what it is. I just put in the, and essentially this is just it. The PEG ratio, forward PEG ratio of between 1.18 and below to 0. I don't want it negative 0. I mean, there's some stocks that I think are negative 0, but this is a market cap over 100 billion. Quant rating buy to strong buy. Seeking Alpha analyst rating strong sell to strong buy. I don't care about that. I don't care about Wall Street ones either. But the Quant rating, I wanted the Quant rating at buy or strong buy, and I wanted the PEG ratio. And you can see the PEG ratio is, below 1 or below. So it's 5 stocks. It's very simple. It's a simple scan. It just makes sure that, hey, if I get one that pops up there, then I can research it a little. So, okay, that's it. That's the entire podcast, just so you are aware. Let's see, pre-market. Tesla's up 1.79%. IBIT is up 2% because of the stablecoin stuff. Apple's up. Yeah, and the only reason I learned about PEG, and I say this a lot, I learn every day. I learn in the markets. I didn't necessarily look at PEG until I interviewed Steve Kress. And Steve Kress was explaining the quant to me. Now, there's a lot that goes into the quant of Seeking Alpha. And he said, my favorite thing is the PEG ratio. And that led me down a rabbit hole. So it's not like I've been using PEG ratio for, 40 years. I just kind of learned about it, 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. And I've paper traded on it. And I said, you know what? It's worth it. It's worth it to look at it. So, okay, I'm going to get started on the podcast. Again, 7 thumbs up, and we got 23 people in here. That's pathetic. That's pathetic. I do have to get to, one of the things, I was looking at homes, by the way, in Florida, and God, it just makes me want to move. But I do have to, there's a lot of echo in here. And I probably should just close that door. You know what? Let me see if I close this door. Hello? Doggies are right down. I don't know if you can see. Let's see. No, it lost me. It lost me. There we go. Hey, stop, Penny. Penny? Stop. Now, oh God. And now it zooms in on me. What the hell is wrong with this thing? There we go. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, and now it resets. Mother effer. Okay, hold on. Will it come back? It came back. It came back. Okay. By the way, I went shopping yesterday at the outlet mall, so I bought some new. They look like pajamas, but it's an outfit I'm gonna wear out to like dinner and shit. Don't ask me why. Okay, so we'll look at this. And again, YouTube just freaking connected investors. Oh, there we go. Oh, no. Let's see if the ad plays and then I get black screen again. Yeah, I got a black screen again. Do I come back? Let's see. YouTube really, maybe for the lives, I'll just, there we go. Failed to display ad. Now it's got me here. Every time, right, Nathan? It seems weird, and I hate it. Maybe for YouTube, I'll just, for the live taping, I can probably just stop the the ads. But just so you know, I think I get more people on the live than I do on the replay. Hey, here's a here's a tip. So if you go to my the YouTube channel, and we'll go to Daily Stock Picks, and you go to the YouTube channel. Oh no, that's the Daily Stock Picks. I had to use the just Daily Stock Pick. So if you go to my YouTube channel, okay, you see the little red like balloon button? Those are live. So when you see that, you know that that's a live extended version. But when you don't see that, that little red thing, then it's actually a video, just like a regular podcast where I say good morning at the beginning. So, you know, the past live streams are all right here. You've got the daily podcast recordings right there. And I've got the playlists right here. Video course series. I think I've got 4 videos in the video course series. Tools I use, TrendSpider and Seeking Alpha. There's 13 ones in there. Shorts, I am going to trade do a couple of shorts here for TrendSpider and Seeking Alpha. That's what I have to do, Nathan. Morning, Mark, by the way. Man, it's annoying. 1 minute stock analysis. I'm going to bring that one back too. So yeah, but that's how you use the podcast stuff. Okay, let me just pull up that, and then we'll go over starting doing this. Hit the thumbs up button, and we have 13. So there's probably 20 bots in here of the 29 people. If you're not a bot, give a thumbs up. Does Apple do this now? My Facebook, my FaceTime reactions? I don't know. Okay, let's do this. Good morning. It is Friday, June 20th. It's triple witching day. I mean, there's a lot. I'm going to announce a contest with TrendSpider. We'll go over some of the top 10 stocks, a cheat code for VOO for those people that just want to buy an ETF and chill. When should you buy it? The Fed decision. We'll go over the IPO market, an interesting ETF that Mike Santoli brought up. A couple of scanners that I built for you guys. A fundamental peg ratio with 4 stocks. Why'd Circle go crazy, and why is it continuing to go crazy? It's going to continue to just go crazy. A bidding war for a stock that's up like 40% with Home Depot bidding on it. A stock that has crashed and then announced a buyback, which is always good news. We'll take a look at that one. Palantir versus CoreWeave. Then we'll look at a stock that has self-driving cars, robots, consumer products, a streaming service. It's a hyperscaler with cloud services, data center business, custom chips, doubling their equity, doubling their revenue, and 5 times income over the past 5 years. Sounds like you want to invest in it. We'll go over that one. And the most recent trading stock, it's one I brought up. I'll give you my take on it. It is kind of like Palantir. I think it's going to explode. But let me talk about TrendSpider for 1 second. Okay, it is triple witching day, so we're going to see volatility. So you want to have charts. And today, if you're a trader, it's a perfect trading opportunity. And so TrendSpider is a chart on steroids. You can set alerts, so you don't have to sit there and watch the 5-minute chart. You can go off and attend your Zoom meeting with your boss, and then look at your watch. Ooh, I just got a text. That stock that I was looking at just hit an A+ setup with the MACD crossing up, with the Bollinger Band cinching up, with it filling a gap. I'm going to go and buy it. Boom. TrendSpider alerts you. Now, TrendSpider is expensive. If you want TrendSpider, you go over to my link tree, and it's the top link right here. Okay? And you can see $50 a month. Sometimes this goes down to about $30, maybe $40 per month. But it is expensive. It's an expensive tool. If you don't know charting, I always say, go and learn charting on a free tool. That will be a far better way. But here's an even better way, because TrendSpider's giving me a free 1-year, 12-month subscription to this top tier plan, okay? The top tier plan. Literally, there is one thing that you have to do, nothing else. And it's go to my newsletter, dailystockpick.substack.com, and subscribe. The contest will take place on July 4th. Literally, all I'm going to do is take every email that is subscribed to my newsletter. You don't have to pay for it. It's free, okay? It is free. You don't have to be a paid subscriber. This is for every subscriber of the newsletter. You subscribe, and on July 4th, we do a random pick of one subscriber, and they win a free year of TrendSpider, the top tier. Okay, it's just that simple. So go over there, sign up for it. That's it. You don't have to comment. You don't have to do anything. I'm just going to take the list, give a random winner, if you're subscribed, a year. Now, some of the subscribers of TrendSpider might say, well, I already subscribed. They're going to give you a free year. So even if you subscribe to the service, they're going to give you a free year. It's a contest for my listeners. That's it. This isn't going on other channels. This is for mine. And it's July 4th is where it is. Okay? And you may say, well, I don't really have TrendSpider. You know, I already have TrendSpider, but I don't really know how to use it. I'm giving you some things to use. Okay? Here's a scan that I created. Laggards. Let's go and look at it. The laggards right here. Let's do a scan for some stocks. Lululemon. It's a laggard. Okay? Their relative performance is under 20. Do you want to buy that stock? No. You know, BKR, Baker Hughes. This is a stock that's coming back. Maybe you want to look at that one. Okay? And if you just want to use the 4-hour algorithm, then what you do is you go into strategy and you go up here and you go to scanners, okay? And then you can look and just take a look at laggards. Once you import it, you just take a look at laggards. And boy, you can just scroll down. VRTX, look at the 4-hour algorithm, got you out, but there's a nice gap up there that you could get. Okay, Apple, 4-hour algorithm has you out, but it's a laggard. Intel, is this one coming back? It has you in. You're right around the 200-day. KHC, I wouldn't want to get into that one. Picard, not for me. PDD, boy, there's a nice juicy gap after their earnings right there. Team, this is Atlassian. AMG, and this is Amgen, right up at the 200-day, rejected off. Do you want to get into that one? Here's the Lulu chart. Nice gap after earnings that might get filled. Put it on an alert list. Okay, so I created that one for you. You can import it. It's free if you have TrendSpider in the newsletter to just import it. Now, another one, I was on with Mike from TrendSpider on their Wednesday Fed. They had a live YouTube for the Fed meeting. And Mike likes this combined RSI ensemble. The combined RSI ensemble indicator colors candles based on both overbought and oversold conditions using 3 RSI lengths, 14, 9, 5. I have no idea what this means, but it's color coding when to buy and sell. And you can back test that. TrendSpider, it's the most powerful charting tool in the market. Okay? And say you don't know charting. Say you're like, I don't want to use a chart. My other partner that I'm affiliate with, Seeking Alpha, they're giving you a free 7-day trial to get the top stocks for the second half of 2025. As of June 9th, Seeking Alpha's quant portfolio of the top stocks for 2025 that were announced in January are gaining 22% year to date versus the S&P up 2%. Well, how do you get this particular one? You go over to Linktree and you can sign up for this third link. Okay, it is the exclusive offer. And by the way, I haven't changed the link. You save $60, not $30. It's double the savings, and you get a free 7-day trial. And these stocks were just picked on Tuesday. Okay, 10 stocks on Tuesday. Here's how they performed on Wednesday. The top one up 12%. Boy, don't you wish you would have attended that thing? You were up 12% on just one of them. And by the way, that one we've been bringing up for a year. It's at $4. It's trading at like $50 now. And I found it through Seeking Alpha. The second one was up 10%. The third one was up 7%. Here are five of them. The bottom 2%, you can't see the 2%, but 5 of them were up more than 1% in one day just after the event. So again, you go over to the link tree and you can sign up for the bundle or the single one. Why do you want the bundle? Well, the bundle includes alpha picks, and I've gone over alpha picks many times. So not only do you get the premium, but you're also saving, by the way, a double the money, 20% on this offer, versus the regular offer that I give. It's a savings of over $160. Okay, so you get premium. You don't get the 7-day free offer, but you get premium and you get alpha picks. And Alpha Picks is a data-driven portfolio of 2 stocks per month, once on the 1st and one on the 15th. We just got the 15th. I scalped it for a nice 3% gain over 45 minutes. I went over that on Tuesday because the event was Monday. So again, Seeking Alpha has all of this stuff. Okay, now let's just say you don't want to pay for any tools. Okay, you have no interest in any of these tools because they just don't do well. Go and get yourself a free chart, and then hopefully it has alerts. If it doesn't, go and get yourself a paid chart that has alerts and literally a cheat code for VOO and chill. Buy when the 200 weekly. So all you do is set up a chart with a 200 weekly moving average, simple moving average. It's an SMA. Okay, I have them on my charts all the time. It is the red line on my charts that I use. If we just go back here and we go to the core investments and I go to QQQ, that's VOO, but you can do it on QQQ as well. And you go to weekly. The last time it even touched the 200, see the red line, was January 2023. And boy, that was a time to buy. Okay, 2 years have gone by. You've nearly doubled the buy. And you can do that with VOO. You can do that with QQQ. It's a cheat code. They always say nothing good happens under the 200 day. Well, in my mind, that's the time to buy a good quality stock or ETF under the 200 day. And it proves it out. Go and back test that. Find yourself a chart program. And it literally is just a cheat code for long-term investing. Now, we saw what happened on Wednesday, the press conference. The Fed just updated the economic forecast. We have no effing clue, and neither do you. Right now, the Fed doesn't know if inflation is coming into the market. They don't know if the jobs market is broken. They don't know. So the Fed is sitting there doing nothing. The term, don't fight the Fed, they ain't fighting you. They're not doing anything. There will be at least one rate cut this year. And hopefully it's not an emergency rate cut. An emergency rate cut is never good for the market, because what does the market say with that? Well, traditional traders will say, what does the Fed know that we don't? Because the Fed knows a lot more about the economy than we do, but they track it based on trailing data. So they try not to forecast too far in the future for these rate changes. But the dot plot was clear. The dot plot was clear. We'll have one. We might not have two. The market is priced in two. If you don't get two, you're going to have a bit of a pullback. And again, we talked about the weekly. Look at the weekly chart. I mean, the RSI is at 58. Do we have to settle down a little? Because once the RSI gets below 50, it's been a time to buy QQQ. And so literally, that's a cheat code, again, for long-term investing. Now, the IPO market has gone crazy. We have seen, CoreWeave. We have seen Circle. We have seen the IPOs of this year go off. Mike Santoli on Wednesday was talking about an ETF, FPX. And I went to Seeking Alpha and I said, FPX, I don't know it. And I don't really, I read this description of it and I said, I don't know what they're doing. And then I went to the holdings and I can look at the holdings. It's Palantir, it's GE Vernova, it's AppLovin, it's DoorDash, it's Constellation, it's Samsara, it's Roblox. These weren't recent IPOs. So I went to Perplexity and I said, what is this? It doesn't track only new IPOs, but rather follows the IPOX 100 US index, which measures the performance of the 100 largest and most liquid US initial public offerings, including spin-offs, over the first 1,000 trading day for each stock. This means FPX holds stocks that have recently gone public within the last 4 years, but not necessarily just the IPO yesterday or last week. It's an interesting one because you know what? Take a look at the chart. Over 1 year, FPX is up 39%, and the S&P is only up 9% over 1 year. 3 years, they're about the same. FPX is outperforming by 1%. Now, 5 years, you're going to get the underperformance because you don't have the big Palantir. You don't have the big ones. Again, the holdings, GE Vernova, which is a great one, AppLovin, DoorDash, Constellation. Again, it's an interesting one. Well, I didn't get enough information from Seeking Alpha, so I went to Perplexity. Use the tools that you have at your disposal. Okay, and I talk about gaps. We just went over that scanner that I built that shows laggards, and I talked about gaps. Well, here's the laggards. Okay, here's a scan that will find laggards. And then you have the recent power gap. And we can go and look at that scan. Let's look at this scan. Go over here to scanner and power gaps. Let's just look at power gaps. Okay, daily step recent power gaps. FANG had a recent gap. Filled it. Marvell, recent gap. Hasn't filled it. 87. MongoDB, recent gap. Up to 257. You're trading at 204. Again, these are tools that I have at my disposal that you can have at your disposal too. It's not rocket science. These are opportunities, and you can get them and import them. And one of the things that I always say is that I like the PEG ratio, okay? I didn't know about the PEG ratio 20 years ago. This isn't something that I learned and have done my entire life, but it is a fundamental story of price to earnings and growth. That's what PEG ratio stands for. Go and research it. Okay, so I set up the forward PEG ratio scanner here in Seeking Alpha. It is the tool that I use to look at fundamentals, and I found 5 stocks. And all I look at is the PEG ratio under 1.18 with a quant rating. Remember, the Seeking Alpha Premium has a quant, and it outperforms the S&P. So I want the quant rating to be buy or strong buy. And it found 5 stocks. I own 4 of them. I don't want the 5th one. Okay, I own AppLovin. I own it as part of the Alpha Picks portfolio, and I do trade around it. As it dips on these short reports, I trade around it. Uber, I have said this before. Uber is a $100 stock. It's trading at 83. I am holding on till 100. Am I going to trim it if it gets down below 80? Probably, because I think I can buy it at 70. Bank of America, this is a $50 stock. When it dipped down to 40, I bought more. Gilead is the one that I don't want. I don't fuck with biopharma shit that I don't understand. Is Gilead a good opportunity? Maybe. GILD is the symbol. Maybe it's a decent one. Out 4-hour algorithm just got you out 3.95%. Your average win in the 4-hour algorithm, 6%. I don't know anything about biopharma stuff, so I don't want it. And what's the next one? The final one is Wells Fargo. Yes, I own Wells Fargo. I have owned this one since $40, and I've added it the entire way up. So again, use the tools that you have at your disposal. And maybe my podcast is one. Go and research them on FinViz. FinViz has the same fundamental data that Seeking Alpha does. It's just not organized. It doesn't save you as much time. That's the benefit of Seeking Alpha. Now, I've talked about this. The robots are coming. Robots are coming. Morgan Stanley updates its humanoid 100 stock list. And they give you a list of all of their, they added Unity, Roblox, and Take-Two to its humanoid list. Okay, Unity will be useful for training humanoids. Roblox, both companies have rich data sets of player activity with Take-Two. And then they updated cybersecurity firms, and they give you a full list of things. I own a bunch of these. In fact, XLK, we went over that one on Wednesday. That's at an all-time high. I own a lot of that. That's one of my main ones. What I don't own a lot of is crypto. Now, Circle came out. It's a stable coin. Coinbase to deploy USDC stablecoin as collateral in US futures. This is why Circle went nuts. Coinbase went nuts. It was up 16% on Wednesday. It's up 4% in pre-market. The Senate just passed a bill, a stablecoin bill. Okay, and Coinbase is saying, hey, we're going to use USDC, which is the Circle product. Okay, Circle is an IPO, and it has gone absolutely parabolic, absolutely parabolic. You don't have a 4-hour algorithm because there is not, it's only 9 days old. Now, 9 days ago, it opened up at $132. You're at $200. Okay, in pre-market, you're at $229. I got a question. Can it go higher? Yes, it can go higher. Absolutely, it can go higher. Just understand, there is no fundamental reason it should be up here. Okay? It is overpriced. And this article goes over everything. I don't know anything about the fundamentals of this stock. I wish I were in it because it is benefiting tremendously and it's got a lot of hype. But I don't think fundamentally it can stay there. I think you're going to see a pullback. But I'm also the guy that didn't buy this. So if you bought this stock, you can ask me what I think about it. I didn't buy it. So when it dipped down here to $106, just what, June 11th, 7 days ago, 9 days ago? Again, did I buy it? No. Did you? If you did, why? And so ask yourself, when am I going to sell it? I'm the guy that sold Palantir at $25. Palantir is currently trading at $140. Why would you ask me if you should sell a stock that you bought that I didn't buy? You have to do your own research and use the tools that you have in front of you. And if you can't use the tools that you have in front of you, you have the wrong tools. That's a simple fact. And right here in Seeking Alpha, they have analysts that will look at the stock and give you an answer. Should you sell? This analyst says yes. They say yes, and it was published on Wednesday. Okay? So again, the tools are there for you to look at. Now, say you want to go into retail trading. I'll go over the most favorite retail stock. I'll go over it later in this episode. But here's the favorite stocks right now. HIMS, soaring. ASTS, soaring. Tempus, which is the AI medical one that Nancy Pelosi got in, soaring. Robinhood, Shai Bulor just pushed all of his money into Robinhood. He doesn't even have a large brokerage. It's all in Robinhood. QBTS, that's Quantum, Palantir, Nebius. That's the CoreWeave competitor. Carvana, CrowdStrike, Oscar, Rocket Lab, Lemonade. These are stocks that you can trade on basically a technical basis. Okay? Find something that works. Maybe it's the 4-hour algorithm. HIMS is one I have wanted to get into for a while. Okay, it's a stock that I have wanted to get into and just haven't found the right time to get in. Let's pull up HIMS right here in the 4-hour algorithm, $56. Where you're trading right now, in pre-market, you're at 62. That was a good buy. This one wins 41% of the time. Look at when it gets you in. Again, find a strategy that works. The risk reward for me, when I thought that $63 is the top there, and why did I think $63 is the top? Well, if you go back to recent all-time highs, right there in February, what did it hit? It hit 70 and then pulled back. What did it hit in May? It hit 70 and then pulled back. So 63 needs to turn into support. Where's it trading right now? 62.80. My ass would be out. But again, this list of retail stocks, these are the favorite stocks and they're cult stocks. And yes, they can move. So if you want to trade on momentum today, you're going to have some volatility. Maybe this is one you want to take a look at. Another one is Home Depot. They are currently in a bidding war, according to the Wall Street Journal, with this company GMS. Following in the Q step of QXO, and this is logistics, QXO, which bid $95.20 per share. They bid it, okay? It's currently trading at $103. It was up 10% on Wednesday. It's up 28%. So the one stock is saying, hey, we're going to bid $93. You're paying more than $93. And the reason you're paying more than $93 is because they think that Home Depot is going to put in a higher offer. It's a bidding war. That's it. Do I want to get into this company? Well, the Quant says hold. Wall Street says buy. Their average price target is $91. You're trading at 104. Would have been nice to get at a close at 81. Now, if you go into the chart and you somehow knew that this was going to happen, you can go and look at a 5-minute chart of this. It didn't hold up to its 90. Let's see, it traded $85. And there's a gap down there on a 5-minute chart. Learn your technicals. The 4-hour algorithm just got you in at $81 on Wednesday. Boy, that was a pretty good solid story because right now, again, you're trading at 104. That would have been a great one if for some reason you had an alert on this one, because the 4-hour algorithm makes you 31% versus 18% buy and hold. So again, find a strategy that works. Here's one, FICO. Okay. This is, I forget the name of it. FICO, Fair Isaac is the name of it. Fair Isaac. Okay. They've crashed. They've absolutely crashed. And then what does the company do? They announce a $1 billion buyback of common stock. Look at it. Year to date, you're down 11%. 6 months, you're down 14%. 1 month, you're down 20%. That is a stock chart that maybe if they're buying it back, the company's saying, well, our stock is worth much more than it's trading for right now. And do you want to buy it? Maybe do a little bit of research into it. Right now, the average Wall Street price target is 25% upside. That's not a bad thing. Wall Street says buy. Seeking Alpha analysts say buy. But the Quant says hold. Why? Because it's still expensive. And you can analyze it with AI and Seeking Alpha. Why is it expensive? Overvalued with an extremely high price to earnings ratio of 69 compared to the sector median of 30. That indicates that the stock may be overpriced relative to its peers. Is it a buy the dip opportunity? Maybe. If the company's buying back stock, maybe you want to think about it too. But look at that run that it's been on. You came all the way from 466 in November 22 up to 2,471. Let's see. What's the 52 week? Up to 2,400. So again, it has run. Now its growth, fantastic. Its profitability, unbelievable. 80% gross profit margin. The momentum sucks. Again, it's doing horribly. The revisions are up. So maybe that's one that you want to look at. And you've heard me talk about Palantir. Okay, Palantir versus CoreWeave. Why Palantir could outperform at 80 times sales. Palantir is overpriced. It's not within my realm to buy a stock that is trading at this value. The valuation is crazy. We went over the PEG ratio. You want to know what Palantir's forward PEG is? 7.75. Peter Lynch, legendary investor, won't buy anything with a PEG ratio over 2. This man ran the Fidelity Fund, which outperformed for 30 straight years. Even in down markets, he was making money. He's a legend, and the PEG ratio is his favorite. Do a little bit of research into the PEG ratio. But again, this article goes into Palantir versus CoreWeave. Why? Because CoreWeave is on a run. Now, I will tell you, I think CoreWeave is on a run from a short perspective. Okay, they only had 30% of their actual volume released during the IPO. And it was so highly, look at the volume pickup, everything. Look at the MACD. You're 12 points above the oscillator right there. The 4-hour algorithm got you in at 41. You're trading today, 172. And this one goes over Palantir's got a great opportunity. Now, Palantir is in my core portfolio, which has outperformed the market. Okay, the 4-hour algorithm got you into Palantir at 88. Boy, don't I wish I would have. But I said it was overvalued. One of the places where I think we have an opportunity is overseas. And Steve Kress goes over 3 strong financials in China. Okay? China most likely will recover faster than the U.S. if a trade deal is met. That means their financial sector might outperform. Here, Steve points out 3 financials that he thinks will do well and why. By the way, some of these stocks are in the top 2025 stocks, and they are in the top half, to the second half 2025 stocks as well. Go and read the article. It is fantastic. I read it. I want to buy all 3 of them. I think I own them as part of that too. Now, let me go over something, a stock that's one of my top 5 holdings. Perfectly honest with you. Let's talk about it. It's got full self-driving. It's got a Vegas trial that it's going to do with full self-driving cars. It's not just Waymo and Tesla. It's also this company. Robots. They've got robots. They are probably the leading the leading user of robots in warehouses. It's got consumer products. They've got their own line of electronics. They've got their own smart home speaker with an assistant. They've got a video streaming service with ads playing on it. They're a leading AI hyperscaler with cloud services, with growth in those cloud services. It's a data center business. They also do custom chips. They're doubling their equity, revenue, and 5 times the income over the last 5 years. And the stock has become cheaper. It's Amazon. It's Amazon. The stock is relatively flat while doing all of that. Amazon, for me, it's a clear. I'm going to hold Amazon. I'm not selling Amazon. I'm not trimming Amazon, even though, 188 to 200 has been a sell for the past year, back to July of last year. If you bought this in July of last year, you paid $194. You're at $212. That in a market that is up over that 1 year, it's not great. 4-hour algorithm, it wins 50% of the time. So when the 4-hour algorithm tells me to get in like it did at 181, I'll add to it. I have a full position in this. Honest to God. I don't buy this anymore because I created my position over the last year and I'm fully invested in this. Am I going to sell it? No. If it gets up to 240 again, maybe. I mean, we can go and look at Amazon and the Quant. It's a strong buy in the Quant. I mean, the Quant says strong buy. When has it been a strong buy since? Let's go back, 206. And you're 212. It hasn't been one of the leaders in the thing. But again, it just gets cheaper. And you go over all of the businesses that it has, and it just gets cheaper. Now, I've been bringing up this company for the past year? Oscar. It's my healthcare insurance company. Shai Bular says, the more I dig into it, the more it feels like a call option on the future where health insurance finally puts the patient first. It's a favorite. It's a FinTwit darling. Okay, Oscar has been all over Twitter. All over Twitter. Is Oscar a buy? I went over this last week. Okay, and we went over this, and it's a buy in the Quant. There is nothing crazy about this company. Nothing nuts. Okay, it's 52-week range. It's between 11.20 and 23. Guess where you are in pre-market? $22. What does Wall Street think that it's worth? $18. Okay, I have said the 4-hour algorithm, in my mind, is the way to play this. And it had an entry, and I said, hey, if you want to take the risk on Oscar, I think it could pump. It is literally being all over that. I didn't like this one. And I said, you know what? The one that I would look at is PUK. PUK. 5 days, you're down 0.25. 1 month, you're up 3.2. 6 months, you're up 53% in this stock. Oscar, on the other hand, I think it's just getting ready to pop. Now, am I buying this one? No. I don't like them as a healthcare company. They constantly just, and nobody likes their healthcare company. But my take on this one is take a look at when it gets to this 23 level. It's no surprise you're up at $22, $23 right now. It's no surprise because that has been a consistent resistance level at this. Now, if it can get past that 23, my take on this, if it gets back to the 23, it's at $21, $22 right now. If it gets back to 23 and it can sit there for any reasonable amount of time, a couple of days, maybe a couple of weeks, that turns into support. Okay? Because Oscar, from a quant level, its valuation, not extended. It's not extended. You know, A plus on the EV sales. We can go and look at the AI stuff. Growth, it's phenomenal. 54% revenue growth year over year. Profitability, they've got good profitability. Momentum, it's been great. Look at the 6-month performance and 3-month performance. And its revisions, Wall Street's taking them up on revenue. So they're going to continue to grow. Now, if you analyze with AI and you look at it, its competitors, HIMS, Teladoc. HIMS we talked about. I think HIMS is a short squeeze, but HIMS is one of my plays that I want to get into. Valuation, Oscar offers an attractive valuation. Growth demonstrates remarkable growth. Profitability, metrics are missed. The asset turnover is normally high, indicating efficient use of assets. However, the net income margin is low, reflecting lower profitability efficiency compared to peers. Momentum. The stock's momentum is varied with a 3-month price performance 20% but weaker. Revisions. Earnings revisions present a balanced view with 2 upward and 2 downward. Revenues revisions more positive with 4 upward and 2 downward. Again, it gives you this AI analyst report. You can easily read this and say, do I want to take the chance? Me? I don't. But this is a stock that I've brought up for the past 2 years since they've become my insurance company, and it has consistently traded in this range of between $15 and $23. So it just makes sense that when you get down to this 15, you buy. Have I done it? No. No. This is the new retail darling. Understand, this could be like Palantir. This could get totally away from me, and I won't buy it at 23, and then all of a sudden it's at $80. And again, it's because of FinTwit. We went over those popular retail stocks. Sometimes these just go crazy. It could go crazy today. Again, triple witching with a retail stock with options volatility. This could go nuts. So that's it. Remember, all of the links for everything are on Linktree, linktr.ee. TrendSpider, sign up for the newsletter. Sign up for the newsletter and enter to win a free year of TrendSpider. It's that simple. If your email address is included in the newsletter and you get the newsletter every day and you open it up every day from now until July 4th, you will be entered to win a free year of TrendSpider. You don't have to comment. You don't have to pay for anything. It is free. I don't know why anybody wouldn't do it. Just like I don't know why people aren't going to this third link of Seeking Alpha Premium. The Seeking Alpha Premium, you get a free 7-day trial. And I went over the performance of just those stocks, the second half stocks, in just one day. Why wouldn't you do it? The 2023 stocks, the 2024 stocks, and so far the 2025 stocks have all outperformed the S&P. So why wouldn't you sign up for a free 7-day trial? That's what it goes beyond me. Again, I wrote in the newsletter on Wednesday, I wrote this. I literally, when babies are younger, they are spoon-fed. As children grow, they feed themselves. I feel like providing you the free 7-day trial is literally spoon-feeding you babies. There is no reason to not eat on your own. And eating on your own is getting that free 7-day trial and then going and investigating those stocks. You can see how easy Seeking Alpha is to use to actually look at those stocks. And here's the year-to-date performance of the stocks picked in January. You've got two stocks that are up over 50% in less than 6 months. One that's up 43%. Yes, you have losers. 5%, 15%, 17% down. But again, if you're not in these stocks, I don't understand it. Here's the 2024 performance, okay? The total portfolio, 125%. The S&P was up 24%. Again, there was 1 out of 9 that was a loser. The big winner, AppLovin. The big winner, Celestica. The big winner, Modine Manufacturing. Then you've got 2023 stocks. They were up 66%, while the market was up like 22%. So again, it outperformed. So if you're not doing this and you're just listening to this and you're not taking action, I mean, that's fine. Again, VOO under the 200-day, you can just add to it. And I don't know if I have to bring it up again, but if you go to a Wealth of Knowledge with Ben Carlson and just look up Bob, look at Bob. He bought at the top, over 20 years, and he's still retired a millionaire. So, but again, I put this in the podcast that I feel like I'm spoon feeding a baby because literally I'm handing you the keys. And that's all you have to do is go out there, research them, and buy them. If you have any questions, again, Linktree even has my email address here in the upper right. So just email me. Have a great weekend. Take care. I hope we don't see huge volatility today, but I have a feeling we will. Okay. Take care. See you. Bye. Okay. Now, YouTube fucked it up again. While I was literally doing it, it fucked it up again. How's that for spoon feeding when you're a baby? I was laughing while typing that on Wednesday, by the way. I'm spoon feeding babies. See, it's weird. It gives me ads. And then it seems fine, but there we go. Now let's just cut out the first second or two. And we'll break that.
It is Friday, June 20th.
There we go. Lulu is, I think they lost their product manager way back when they were trading at 400. So I don't own it. I don't follow it. I did, Dominic. I like SPLG. I actually think I'm going to start buying that one over VOO. The only thing I had a question on was, it's not, let me see, SPLG. Oh. The only thing I really had a question on was the volume at 69,000. Then you go to VOO and the volume's 166,000. So it doesn't have the volume. And so if I'm looking to sell quickly, that's where kind of VOO may come in. That was my only, when I researched it, that was the only difference that I really found. I mean, both have quarterly dividends. The expense ratio is a little bit less. They're 0.3 versus 0.2. Assets under management, 1.43 trillion, which is plenty, you know, but again, VOO, this is 69 billion. So 69 billion versus the other, you know, trillion. It's a little bit less. So again, I like it. It seems to perform exactly the same way at a lower expense ratio. But the question, am I switching out VOO for SPLG? No. And the only reason would be is because VOO is more widely owned. And so if I need to sell it, it literally feels like that. And SPLG might have a little bit of lag on actually selling it. Because buying it, I don't buy, you know, I typically don't buy on market. I typically buy with a limit order. So I don't care about that. But I do try and sell at limit. And that's going to be, you know, remember, the market is simply a mechanism of buyers and sellers, putting them together. So if I had to sell, that was literally the only thing I could come up with. And that's not a bad thing because, again, I think it's you know, it's an iShare. I think that's what it is. Spider sector. Yeah, it's a spider sector. It's kind of like, let me just put this. It's kind of like the XLG. XLG. And again, Dominic, you taught me. Yeah. And Dominic, it might be something that I just, honest to God, I might actually switch it out in my healthcare savings account. In my healthcare savings account, I literally just buy VOO and QQQ. QQQM, I'm sorry. I switched out QQQ for QQQM. And even though it's kind of the same scenario, yeah. Yeah, but right now I'm not adding I'm not adding the indexes. I went over that a few weeks ago. I mean, I'm crazy because all-time highs lead to all-time highs, but to me, it just didn't make sense to actually start buying at all-time highs kind of thing. Let's see. There's already that link. I've got to change these links on here. I didn't use that much. Seeking Alpha, I didn't think, but I guess I did. The robots are coming. To Coinbase. Dominic, you guys teach me a lot. I mean, everybody on here has something to teach me. Again, I'm not I don't have an ego like I know everything. I'm not somebody who can do better in a market. I'm not going to tout that I'm beating the S&P historically. I'm not going to brag about stuff at all. And I certainly make way more mistakes than most. So I honestly think that people can teach me. I think Nathan brings up a shit ton of stuff that he hears because that fucker listens to like 9 different podcasts a day. If you're still here, Nathan. Rosa, calm as the Oh, stop. Yeah, Palantir versus CoreWeave. I don't own Com. I don't have Com on a watch list, I don't think. I may, though. Let me just look. If it's the egg one, I may have that one on a list. Let me just look. Yeah, Calmaine Food. I have it on a watch list, but I don't like the way... I don't like the way that the stock is performing since February. I mean, we all know that egg prices are up. Are they going to bring their prices down? I don't know. I mean, they don't have a forward peg ratio. Their growth is fantastic, but is it temporary? I mean, Trump has been crazy about making sure that egg prices come down. So are these guys in a crosshairs? I don't know. I mean, that's the only... I'm not a guy that goes outside of the large cap tech typically, but unless I see an opportunity. And I don't know that I necessarily see an opportunity in this one. So I'm not in it, Rosa. Yeah, AMD has just been... I mean, they've got a market, even though Nvidia... has a good market. AMD is up 3% today. Yeah. I mean, the market is going up. Listen, Trump just called off World War III. What do you think the market's going to do? It's another taco trade. Yeah. I'm up 1.01%. I mean, Apple's up 2%. I don't know why Apple's up 2%. At $200, you buy under $200 and you can sell over $200 on Apple. And it's the safest trade out there. It's the safest trade out there. So, that's funny. God. Yes and no, Jacob. You could say Amazon's just as safe. I think that again, I'm fairly safe in my top 5 portfolio. It's, I think top 5, cash is still one of my top positions, just because I'm spread thin on the lower half of my portfolio. But Apple is a top 5. Amazon's a top 5. Google's a top 5. Meta is a top 5 actually now. Microsoft is a top 5. And I think Nvidia might be a top 5 position, but again, between ETFs and let me see. I'll tell you in my brokerage portfolio. I'll go into it now. Let's just go over into positions, and we'll say the individual account. We'll go just individual. That's my brokerage account. So let's do current value. Okay. Apple, cash, Microsoft, VOO, Amazon, QQQ, Meta, Nvidia. And then XL. Shit. Why do I have that? Oh, I sold XLK. I sold a bunch of XLK at 52. That's why XLY overtook it. XLY is actually a higher position than XLK. I actually have a big position in Credo, which I'm up 30% on. Wow. Credo is in between XLY and XLK. Interesting. Now that's my, now when I go into my IRA, it's Apple, cash, Amazon, Google, and I should sell the Apple, honestly, but I don't care. I mean, let's see, total gain on Apple, and it's in a retirement account, and I've traded it many times, 400%. I've only had that IRA for 5 years, and it's up 400%, and the Apple position's up 400%, because I just got that when I left Earthlink, but I do have a big position in IGM, which creeps in there. And IBIT. IBIT is a large position in my, and I'm up 20% in IBIT. My MPLX, by the way, in my retirement account is up 234%. It's grown into a big position. So, but yeah. Thank God I don't have a mirror behind me. I just don't want people seeing how much I have. That should stay personal. But I don't know if Amazon's just as safe as Apple. I just feel like I don't use the Amazon streaming service. I do use the consumer service, but they typically lose money on that consumer service. And I'm fairly sure they don't make money between all the shipping and stuff like that with me. So I'm not 100% sure that Amazon, because I still have the original Alexa device. Literally, the big tube speaker, that's what I have. Amber, I don't own coin, so I can't tell you whether it's a buy, sell, or anything. I don't own it. The 4-hour algorithm just got you in at 250. I mean, it's up at 304. So depends on your strategy. I don't own it. So there's no way I could even tell you whether to buy or sell, Amber. I'd love to tell you, yes, I think you should sell and re-enter or keep holding. 4-hour algorithm makes you 581% versus 400. It's right there. So I would get TrendSpider. Amber, go and sign up for the newsletter. You have a chance of winning TrendSpider for a year. I'm sure you're signed up. But again, I can't tell you. I can just tell you that right now, the 4-hour algorithm, which has a history of winning 46% of the time, is in. So, but you're on a triple witching day. So it's going to be a little crazy. Hey, Lucas. Welcome back. Okay, I'm going to go. I got to get this thing started. I've got a busy day. By the way, this is going to be the thumbnail for this. I don't think that's a great one, but you know what? We're going to do this. We're going to make that Where's the color of it? There we go. Text color. Let's make it. We'll just say win a free year. And we're going to ungroup all this because I need to change that. I don't like that. Ungroup. Oh, I'm on the shift. I'm on the caps lock. Oh, no, I don't want that. I'm going to go down here. Oh. Okay. I think that's better. Let's do neon. There we go. We'll do effects, outline, and we'll do yeah. I went to literally I only bought, I mean, it's the same color shorts. So I didn't buy a ton at the UA store because I bought 2 shirts and a pair of running shorts last week in New Jersey at the store, because New Jersey, if you didn't know, doesn't charge sales tax on clothing. So on top of like 50% off, you win like 6. But I did find, Bob, just to give everybody kind of a clear thing, the outlet mall, it's the Simon Outlet Mall, and they have a new store in there, and I think it might be old. I just haven't gone into it. It's North Face. And North Face had a 50% off. And so we went in there. I bought a new hat, a new running hat. And my girlfriend got a backpack, a nice, like 13 liter, typically like a book bag almost, North Face backpack for like $38, $39. It was crazy. It's 50% off. And it's a nice backpack. So, okay, that one's better. I like that one. Okay, we'll just do that. We're going to group, bring it down there. I don't know how many people actually click based on the thumbnail, but it's a good thumbnail. I've been getting a lot of, this is all Canva. I mean, it's Canva Pro. So it's fantastic. Canva Pro is just it. Okay, I got to go because I got to do stuff on screen that I don't want to show. So I will talk to you guys later. Have a great weekend. See you. Bye.
Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't